stone. Love in a pie, that's the life we know. From the fields to the table, every bite it shows. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Mama in the kitchen, we never eat alone. The taste of home.
My
name is Jeff Perry from Chipata. I came to see Dr. Nkoromana for a financial problem that I've had for a long time. Now I'm able to live a meaningful life.
9 months neza mimba yawe mwana 9 months but sinzo papa puno mimba inauka mpaka kufika 10 months. So natamba kwa Dr. Nkoromana pa TV. So nipeme nanyamuka natenga phone number nanyamuka nobwera kuno. But kufika kuno nanipasa bananitandiza. Bananuza ti mzaenda lero clinic mzaka na mwana. Chakuma mzaenda mailo chakuma 9 hours ishimuni na mwana. But tinaenda 9 hours exact na physically na baby boy.
Linto naleta mbapa TV na ishire umfwa balela nda paiba Dr. Nkoromana. Efo na ishire senda phone number ya Dr. Nkoromana na isa na batumina badisa njasuka bampera ma direction ya na demand pantanshi na dishitana moto keji na totera
Mankwalanga ine sintenga kuno ndimatenga Mozambique ndikumulanje pamene ndimatenga ati ndimathandiza mankhwala osiyana-siyana.
For more information, contact us on 0211-261242 or 0976-716754 or 0967-276448.
What do we stand for? We stand for possibility, for the belief that every tomorrow begins with a choice made today. We stand for growth, for curiosity that pushes boundaries, for knowledge that prepares you not just to adapt, but to lead. We stand for community, for minds that don't just think, but connect, for hands that don't just build, but uplift. We stand for experiences that shape you, for friendships that anchor you, for courage that carries you beyond this place. Here you become more than a student. You become a maker of solutions, a believer in dreams, a contributor to something greater than yourself. This is where purpose meets possibility. This is where futures are built. Charles Brook Passar University, where you stand for what matters.
Start your day with Sunrise Breakfast Show. The flagship morning show on Prime TV2. Wake up to breakfast news as it happens.
What if your name where?
In-depth discussions on the day's top stories, live reporter check-ins from across the country, expert analysis on government policies and their impact, the latest in local and international sports. Catch us on Topstar Channel 110 and follow us on Facebook at PTV2 Zambia.
Sunrise Breakfast.
Sunrise Breakfast Show, only on Prime TV2, the home of breaking news.
Hello and a warm welcome to News Flash on PTV2, the home of breaking news. We are coming to you live on Topstar Channel 110 and streaming on our Facebook page, PTV2 Zambia. Now let's take a look at stories making headlines. Small-scale miners cry foul over license fee hikes as they seek presidential intervention. Citizens First Party President Harry Kalaba has called for the recapitalization of Indeni Energy Company and the establishment of fuel storage facilities across all provinces. The Zambia Flying Doctor Service, ZFDS, has exceeded its target of treating 2,500 patients during its medical outreach program in Serenje district. With the news in detail, my name is Maidon Kilalo. Some small-scale miners who are members of the Federation of Small-Scale Mining Association of Zambia have expressed frustration over developments in the mining industry, which have seen 3,000 exploration small-scale mining licenses recently announced by the Ministry of Mines and the Minerals Regulations Commission, fees which they described as sabotage. Luapula Small-Scale Miners Association, LOSMA, Secretary Nathani Ngandwe, who also serves as a committee member of the Federation, said the development has unsettled operators and risks damaging Zambia's image in the mining sector. Mr. Ngandwe says the matter could have been handled administratively rather than being publicized in a manner that portrays small-scale miners as defaulters, and has warned that such actions risk undermining investor confidence and the credibility of the sector. And Federation for Women in Extractive Industry Trade and Value Addition Association of Zambia Secretary Treasurer General Christine Chibobo Chisanga has renewed calls for an urgent meeting with the President Hakainde Hichilema, citing unresolved challenges affecting the sector, including delayed engagement through the proposed Zambia Mining and Investment Insaka. Favorai Chisi has the rest of the story.
In the dusty pits of Zambia's mining communities, a quiet crisis is unfolding. One small-scale miners say is threatening their survival. They are the backbone of local economies, but many now say they are being pushed to the brink. At the center of it all is a promise they say remains unfulfilled. Federation for Women in Extractive Industry, Trade and Value Addition Association of Zambia Treasurer General Christine Chibobo Chisanga is renewing calls for an urgent meeting with President Hakainde Hichilema.
In this vein, when we met our Republican President, Dr. Hakainde Hichilema, he advised us and invited us to State House. This should be 2 years down the line. We haven't been invited, and this was a directive that went through our permanent secretary. So we are still waiting for that appointment. And we would appreciate that these matters that are affecting the ASMs be discussed and be resolved. So the INSACA should base on the meetings and that the issues affecting the ASMs are resolved.
Pressure is mounting. Thousands of licenses have been cancelled. Luapula Small-Scale Miners Association Secretary Nathan Ngandwe says the move has unsettled operators and risks damaging Zambia's global image.
And we strongly appeal to His Excellency that this matter must be investigated because it is actually bringing back the economy of this country. Yeah. This matter should have been resolved quietly than to embarrass and parade the entire SMS in Zambia on the international stage as defaulters. This is painting a bad picture on our country. We are hoping that we will resolve the impasse with the Director General, Minerals Regulation Commission, and we are hoping to seek audience with the head of state because he is a firm promoter of the SM sector in Zambia.
Emerald and Semi-Precious Stones Mining Association of Zambia chairperson Shadrick Mwape says increased ZEMA fees are making operations unsustainable.
The fees are that previously we used to pay 17,000 kwacha plus when we want to renew the license. Now it has gone up to 107,000 kwacha, which is impossible for us as small-scale miners to pay. And besides that, when you want to a consultant, for every from 21 kilometer to 50 kilometer, you have to pay a colossal sum of money. And when you combine all these things put together, it will be practically impossible for a small-scale miners to articulate.
Federation of Small-Scale Mining Associations of Zambia President Joseph Mwansa says engagements with government are expected soon to resolve the impasse.
Brought the list. We had a meeting with the associations from different locations. That was yesterday. And now we have powered all the names that are affected based on those who gave us the names. And we trust God that by tomorrow, after tomorrow, we can meet the Ministry of Mines. And through the Ministry of Mines, the Director General who is in charge of these kind of issues. And we shall discuss the issues and see the way forward.
Favorite Chisi Pram TV News, Lusaka.
And Michael Musa Jr. reports that Citizens First Party President Harry Kalaba has called for the recapitalization of Indeni Energy Company and the establishment of fuel storage facilities across all provinces. Mr. Kalaba has expressed concern that Indeni has been turned into a marketing entity instead of functioning as a refinery, which he says has limited the country's capacity to address key fuel processing needs. Speaking in an interview with Prime TV2 News, Mr. Kalaba said the current situation has left Zambia with only 7 to 10 days of fuel reserves, far below the recommended minimum of 3 to 4 months cover. He says there is need for strategic investment in fuel storage infrastructure, including the construction of storage facilities in each province to enhance energy security rather than politicizing the issue. Mr. Kalaba has also criticized the Energy Regulation Board's monthly fuel price reviews, arguing that they create uncertainty for citizens and businesses. He states that Zambia should adopt longer-term strategic pricing reviews to provide stability and allow businesses to plan effectively.
I am happy that the Secretary to the Treasury, I think, Comrade Nkulukusa, did mention that he wished that they had listened on the issue of not turning Indeni into an oil marketing company of some sort. Indeni, when our forefathers created Indeni, they were very clear in what they wanted to achieve with it. They wanted Indeni to be a separator and then be developed into a refinery. Today, if Indeni had developed into a refinery, like we've always been saying, the creation or buying of the carbon, the hydrocarbon cracker, today Indeni would have been a refinery. But look at where we are. How can a country like Zambia be only having, is it 7 days or 10 days of fuel cover for a country like ours? We need to have a minimum of 3 months fuel cover. And that is why we want Indeni recapitalized and then several storage facilities for crude oil be created in the country. In each province, we need to have some kind of a fuel storage facility created. This is what we hoped our colleagues will have done. They have not done this. All they have been doing is politics through and through. But I'm glad 13th August is near. It's coming to an end. The monthly reviews don't help you to plan. The monthly review only helps you to go in a quagmire. What we need are not monthly reviews. What we need are strategic reserves for our country so that our people know that they've got a 3 month cover. You can do business, you plan for 3 months, 4 months, knowing very well that the fuel price is not going to be readjusted. I don't even know how contractors are managing. Those that are quoting this price this month and then before they pay them their monies, the prices have already changed. Businesses are making losses. But you see, we have a government that has not really paid attention to this. But this will be corrected as well when power changes hands this August.
The Zambia Flying Doctor Service, ZFDS, has conducted at least 30 surgeries over the past 7 days during a medical outreach program in Serenja District, Central Province. The team of specialist doctors, which initially targeted to attend to 2,500 patients, exceeded expectations by treating over 2,600 people. ZFDS Serenja Outreach Team Lead, Dr. Justin Lukama, attributed the success of the program to strong collaboration with various stakeholders, including traditional leaders, local health specialists, and support from the Department of Health Services. Meanwhile, Chief Chibale of the Lala people has commended the medical team for the life-saving initiative and has called for more outreach programs to benefit rural communities. Joseph Sambihi has the details.
It has been a week to reach out to patients both far and near by the Zambia Flying Doctor Service in Serenja District. The team, which consisted of specialists to look at the eyes, teeth, general screening, pharmacy, lab services, and those who needed surgeries, had a target of 2,500.
I am happy to report that we actually exceeded our target in that we have seen well over 2,600 patients. Throughout this period, we got to appreciate to say that people out there are going through different ailments, challenges, and our hope is that this is not a once-off visit. We intend that we should be able to come back and probably follow up on these cases that we have done.
And Dr. Benson Kaluba has disclosed that a total of 30 surgical operations have been done during this outreach.
We've managed to do 30 surgical procedures, 2 of which were emergencies.
You may wish to note that the department...
We are happy, we are overwhelmed, and for speaking on behalf of the patients that have accessed this treatment and care, I believe the families are much satisfied and they've created a better environment within those households. So I want to say thank you.
Both the chiefs and their subjects are excited about this initiative for the calling for continuation of the program in future.
Number 30, valesa kuchira nchitanga vamona tipa pita kachita vaisa mukupona kwa vantu vali na malwele akusana. Sure.
This is wonderful. Keep it up. Hopefully you visit us again next time.
Joseph Siambihi reporting, Prime TV News in Serenja.
Government through the Chisamba Town Council has commissioned a 1x3 classroom block and a solar-powered water reticulation system funded under the 2025 Constituency Development Fund, CDF, at Matava Community School and Chisamba Day Secondary School. The 2 projects were constructed at a total cost of 830,690 kwacha, 79 ngwe for the water scheme, and 1,012,719 kwacha, 22 ngwe for the classroom block. Speaking during the commissioning, Chisamba Member of Parliament Chushi Kasanda said the project demonstrates government's strong commitment to improving the education sector. Ms. Kasanda added that the infrastructure developments will complement the free education policy by easing the shortage of classroom space and addressing water challenges faced by the 2 schools. Namangolwa Mushoka Manji has more in this report.
Residents of Chisamba constituency have applauded government for the various development ventures brought to their communities through the Constituency Development Funds, CDF. This follows the area Member of Parliament Chushi Kasanda commissioning a water reticulation system and a 1x3 classroom block to benefit school-going children.
The 3 projects were all funded under the 2025 79 ngwe, 80 ngwe for both schemes. This is your government at work. The garbage collection tractor was procured at the cost of 950,000 kwacha, and a dump site has since been established in Kamano Ward near the new Goma at the cost of 650,000 kwacha.
The scholars have told Prime Television that before now,
most of the classes will be now done in the morning, giving us more time to study during the afternoon. That will be called break time. Then the water reticulation system will give us more sanitation. We will have adequate water, and we won't be having challenges going to far places just to fetch water.
abana bazambiri lero tukuvovya vaite turetesha vamayo turetesha mututula uyo wamera patundu
chiriya chindi twalinga kutambula 1.6 million kwacha mu 2021 temambo chino chindi hakainde walipompa mwana wa musankwa mwana kashi kwamba chino chindi ndo mupa 40 million kwacha.
The lawmaker has further handed over a garbage collector truck to the Chisamba Town Council. Reporting for Prime Television News, Namangolwa Mshokawanji.
In a related development, Kasempa Member of Parliament Brenda Tambatamba has launched the school feeding program in the district aimed at improving learner attendance and retention. Speaking during the launch of Kamalamba Primary School, Ms. Tambatamba said the initiative is a direct response to community needs and reflects government's commitment to ensuring that every child has an equal opportunity to learn in a conducive environment. She has since called on all stakeholders, including school authorities, parents, community members, and local traders to take ownership of the program and ensure its success. Meanwhile, the District Educational Board Secretary's office, represented by Assistant Statistician Mudenda Kamocha, thanked government for introducing the initiative. More in the following report.
The school feeding program has been launched at Kamalamba Primary School in Kasempa District, with Member of Parliament Brenda Tambatamba stating that the initiative is aimed at improving learning conditions by addressing hunger among pupils.
This program is a direct response to the needs of our communities and reflects government's desire to ensure that every child, without leaving any one of them behind, every child, including here at Kamalamba in Kasempa and all the four corners of Kasempa, has the opportunity to learn in a conducive environment. I wish to call upon all of you stakeholders, school authorities, parents, and community members, community leaders to take ownership of this program. We heard that the food that will be bought, that is meant to be bought, procured for our children to feed, is also expected to put money in your pockets. So we expect you to be the farmer.
Education officials welcomed the program, noting that the food shortages have contributed to low school attendance.
This program addresses the very critical issue of hunger in our communities, which has historically been a major barrier to education in our communities. By providing a nutritious meal, we are trying to reduce on the absenteeism rate, which is quite rampant in our schools. We are also trying to increase enrollment, which has been fostered by the free education policy that has been enshrined by the government of today.
Most pupils found it difficult to run on an empty stomach, a thing which encouraged high absenteeism rates in schools. By providing these meals, you are given us strength to run, reasons to stay in school, and making our community proud.
Meanwhile, UPND District Chairman Dan Mlevu cautioned against misuse of the food.
Honesty kucheckinga kadzokuva shapa masukuru mbavana vadzenga mambo kacho tuvira kuvafuma kuti vakurumpe ate vayenga vakurumpe tusevese twatendeka kuva vana kusenda kumazuva muvira kavyovi.
The program, initially launched in Lusaka by President Hakainde Hichilema, is being rolled out nationwide, with 3 schools in Kasempa set to benefit during the Member of Parliament's visit. Jackson Wansa reporting for Prime Television News in Kasempa District of Northwestern Province.
What a better time to be in school. Don't be surprised if you find me in a safari short and in grade 3. That item ends the news flash on PTV2. Let's take a recap of stories that made headlines. Small-scale miners cry foul over license fee hikes as they seek presidential intervention. Citizens First Party President Harry Kalaba has called for the recapitalization of Indeni Energy Company and the establishment of fuel storage facilities across all provinces. The Zambia Flying Doctors Service, ZFDS, has exceeded its target of treating 2,500 patients during its medical outreach program in Serenge District. Thank you so much for watching. But for these and other stories, like our Facebook page, that is PTV2 Zambia. On behalf of the entire news and production crew, my name is Maidon Kirado. Have a pleasant viewing.
Bushe mwalikwata Top Star Decoder. Bushe mwalishiwa kutila kutimwatamba Prime TV2 Zambia pa channel 110 nga chakutila mlefu okumfwa amadiashi ayalekanalekana okufuma kunchende ishapusana. Bakanyekanye mukumipekanisisha amadiashi konse kuntumletu mfuila baliba abaiteanya inshita yonse kumulabasa wenu wa Prime TV2. Prime TV2 omulabasa wenu kumadiashi nembila nsuma mumishi yenu.
If it's not on Prime TV2, verify it. Our dedicated reporters across the country bring you accurate, well-researched news, keeping you informed 24/7. Catch us on Topstar Channel 110 and follow us on Facebook at Prime TV2 Zambia. Prime TV2, the home of breaking news.